My name is Peter Parker. I'm pretty sure you know the rest. I saved the city, fell in love, then I saved the city again and again and again.
Spider-Man, Rise of the Spiders. This movie is so shamelessly fun. How did they do it? I'm telling you, this is going to be one of those movies that get overlooked, and then years later people are like, hey, remember that Spider-Verse movie? Diamond in the Rough, that is. At so many points in the movie, I was just completely immersed, and all I could think was, oh, that's cool, that chase scene is cool, that guy is cool. Usually one or two things can stand out in a movie to make me like them, and that's enough. The soundtrack, or someone's performance, or cool costume design, but everything here just nails it as an ensemble of on-point music. Vince Staples contributes, and I love Vince Staples. Combined styles of unique animation just working together with no conflict. Great pacing, and a classic comic book movie plot, right? And it doesn't take itself seriously. There's a big old machine ripping apart New York and combining like 5 different dimensions and fucking everything up. And the only thing that can save everyone is this flash drive that'll fix everything, and there's a time limit, and we gotta beat the bad guys and just get to it, and Miles has to find his inner hero, and that's it. Everything else is funny dialogue, great animated sequences involving chases, and moments that actually have heart. It's a 2-hour movie, and I couldn't get a sense of the pacing because it took a while for Miles to get his powers, and for Peter Parker to get introduced. And watching the trailer, I was like, there's so many other Spooder dudes. When did they come in? Who's the final boss? When is he gonna learn to swingy swing with old jaded Spider-Man? And then everything just starts happening, and the motion's just so swift, and the soundtrack is so great, everything has style, it all falls into place the way the animation blends. It's like this cool kind of cartoon book thing going on. I saw a lot of complaints about it being choppy, but that fits so well with the web-slinging acrobatic style and quick action sequences, you don't even notice it. There's a lot of inside jokes and Easter eggs, half of which I probably didn't even notice, but I caught some clever ones in there. Nicolas Cage has an amazing part as Spider-Noir where every line he delivered was funny. Spider-Ham was fine, Penny Parker was fine, and her anime style, like I said, just fits in seamlessly with everything else. The designs of the costumes were amazing, and the different spiders played well off each other, and Miles' final costume was surprisingly cool. I think a big reason this movie succeeds is that, like I said, it's shamelessly fun. Now how can something be shamelessly fun, you ask? Because it just does what it needs to as a pretty much kid-oriented, fan-service comic book Marvel movie. There's no need to subvert expectations or do anything revolutionary. The uniqueness of the movie comes naturally on its own with the animation style and the interactions between Peter and Miles and the rest of the crew. And the villains, there's fresh takes on the originals. I mean, I had the Green Goblin and he's a giant ass dude, and then Kingpin is a massive, impossible square guy with superhuman strength. Just looks funny as hell. It's not hard to get things right. The best part of all was Miles has a low moment before the climax of the final battle, and then he just steps the fuck up and gets all motivated and becomes Spider-Man, gets his powers, and goes and helps his friends. That's not spoilers, that's just what a simple comic book movie needs to do, and it did it. And it gets you cheering for the characters because you're invested because they're not obnoxious. And that's how it's fun. And I love the little comic motifs like words and stuff appearing on screen and the transitions and the yellow box text, and how the subtle texture of the characters looks like they were printed on a comic book page. You know those little ink circles? Oh, and Prowler's recurring scary-ass theme whenever he shows up. There's a lot of villain cameos in this, by the way. This movie did not burden itself with the shame of trying to be super original and forcing it. It's just original on its own, and not afraid of giving the audience what it wants. Miles saves the day, and there's a crazy final battle. What more do you need?